Keep thy motives in heart with closed mouth. We are those who will weave history. Hello and welcome to One Piece 101, the series that breaks down everyone and everything in the One Piece world. Today we're having a look at the mysterious, indestructible blocks scattered around the world, known as the Poneglyphs. Imagine you're playing a fun, open-world adventure game. You reach the final area, defeat the final boss, and think to yourself, well that's that. Then, all of a sudden, the game reveals a hidden layer, a reason to play it all over again and go on an entirely new journey because of rare collectibles scattered throughout the world that you missed on your first playthrough. And it is these collectibles that will give you the true ending. Well, that pretty much describes the Pirate King Gol D. Roger's journey through the Grand Line. Upon reaching what he thought was the final island, his attention was brought to these artifacts left behind by an ancient kingdom. As it turns out, these relics are massive cubes made out of some sort of indestructible stone. On its own, it doesn't sound particularly important, but they also happen to be inscribed with various historical writings and secrets. These writings are carved in an ancient language that only a few extraordinary individuals in the One Piece world can read. One of these people is Nico Robin, whose home island of Ohara secretly studied the Poneglyphs, amongst other topics banned by the world government. And while we don't know exactly how these indestructible stones were made, we do know that it was the job of the Kozuki family of the Wano Kingdom to be responsible for their creation. In the current One Piece timeline, the only known living member of this clan is Kozuki Momonosuke. Unfortunately, his father Kozuki Oden was killed before he was able to pass on the ability to read and create the stones. So according to the reliable source that is Baron Tamago, there are about 30 poneglyphs scattered throughout the world. Amongst these 30, the writings of each can be roughly divided into three categories. Firstly, there are historical poneglyphs, which recount long-forgotten and repressed events of the world, as well as messages from ancient figures. Rather importantly, select historical poneglyphs also contain information on where each of the three ancient weapons, being Pluton, Uranus, and Poseidon, are located. These historical stones are by far the most common type we've seen in the series so far, having encountered at least 4, possibly 5 of this kind. One was found in the Tomb of the Kings under Alubana, the capital city of Alabasta, and it contained the location of the ancient weapon Pluton and is being guarded by the Nefertari lineage. Another was found on the island of Skypiea, detailing the location of another of the ancient weapons, Poseidon. A rather intriguing historical poneglyph was found on Fishman Island, inscribed with a message from an ancient figure known as Joy Boy. According to Robin's translation, it reads as more of an apology letter than a true historical text, with Joy Boy apologizing for breaking part of his promise, which involved the true purpose of the Noah, which was the giant ark thing in Fishman Island. And finally, a historical poneglyph was seen in Robin's flashback in the basement of the Tree of Knowledge on Ohara. It included information on the Void Century, as well as the name of the ancient kingdom. Due to this information, it is theorized that this particular block may indeed be a Rio poneglyph. Now, the Rio stones are rumored to carry with them the true history of the world, including the events of the Void Century. It's important to note that we initially thought the Rio poneglyph was a single stone. However, according to Baron Tamago, it actually consists of 9 separate stones. The second category of poneglyph, and let's face it, probably the most boring category, are instructional poneglyphs. These stones contain clues or directions of where to find various historical poneglyphs. There have been no confirmed encounters of instructional poneglyphs in the series so far. And the final type of poneglyph that can be encountered are the road poneglyphs. These stones are automatically distinguishable because of their red coloring, and they contain information on how to get to the hidden island of Raftel, a necessity for anyone wishing to become the Pirate King. There are 4 road poneglyphs in total, with each of them said to contain a location in the world, the intersection of all 4 being the revealed location of Raftel. The first of the road poneglyphs is located on the island of Zou under the protection of the Minx. A further 2 are in the hands of the Emperors Big Mom and Kaido respectively. The location of the final road poneglyph is unknown, but I have made a theory video highlighting possible locations. So for a simple recap, that's around 30 poneglyphs in existence, 9 of which are Rio poneglyphs, 4 of which are road poneglyphs, and the rest contain various instructions and histories. To date in the series, we have physically seen a mere 10 poneglyphs, only a third of the total amount in the world, and 3 of these 10 have an unknown purpose. As a child, Nico Robin found a poneglyph in a miscellaneous woodland area, and 2 unknown poneglyphs also appeared in Big Mom's treasure room on Whole Cake Island. In fact, Big Mom's poneglyphs are some of her most highly prized possessions and highly valued throughout the world at large due to the secrets they contain, even if next to nobody can actually read them. However, interestingly enough, learning how to read the ancient language is not the only way to take in the information of these stones. The Pirate King Gol D. Roger was said to have the very vaguely defined ability to hear all things. Using this, he was able to read the stones and even left a message inscribed in the ancient language. Whether or not it was Roger who actually wrote this has recently come into question, as it was revealed that Kozuki Oden sailed with Roger, so it's entirely likely that he was the one to physically write the message. Allegedly, Roger's ability to hear all things is not unique and it can be awoken in others, specifically members of the Three-Eyed Tribe. The only member of this tribe we've encountered so far is Charlotte Pudding, daughter of the Emperor Big Mom. Her abilities are not currently active and it is unknown how to go about awakening them. Some more fun facts about Poneglyphs. The very first Poneglyph to appear in the anime is in a filler episode during the Alabasta arc. At the time, the anime team had no real idea just how important these things were, so I'm guessing it was just a little Easter egg for manga readers. The very first canon Poneglyph to appear also occurs during the Alabasta arc, which seems appropriate as a stone inspired by Egyptian hieroglyphics is found in a desert nation. And that pretty much does it for Poneglyphs. They remain one of the more mysterious and exciting aspects of the One Piece series, and I can never wait to see more of them. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with who, what, or where you'd like to see featured in the next One Piece 101.